Data frames are the backbone of data analysis and data manipulation in Pandas. They allow us to organize, clean, and analyze our data efficiently. They're also very versatile, meaning that they can hold a wide variety of data types, such as Booleans, strings, integers, and other complex objects. By definition, the Pandas series is a two-dimensional labeled array with rows and columns. If you're familiar with the Pandas series, each column in a data frame is its own series. So essentially, the Pandas data frame is just a collection of series that share the same index. So we have here series 1, 2, 3, and 4. They each have their own data and they each have their own index. However, if you combine the series together, then they will create a data frame. And if you want more information on what a Pandas series is, please feel free to check out one of my previous videos. You'll also want to note for a data frame that axis 1 refers to columns and axis 0 refers to rows. They're used for indexing, and I'll show you that in another video. You can also think of a data frame as a table in an Excel spreadsheet. They have this tabular structure and they have rows and columns with different data in it. One of the differences, though, is that for an index, you can actually change the values. And I'll show you that in the coding section. So let's go. In this section, I'll be using Jupyter Notebooks, but feel free to use any IDE that you feel the most comfortable with. And as always, I'll have this notebook linked down below in the event you want to follow along with me. So starting off with the syntax, x or any variable will be equal to pd.dataframe, and in parentheses, you'll have your data. So for the libraries, we're just going to be using one library, which is Pandas. So import Pandas as PD. And to create the data frame, we're going to be using a dictionary of lists, where the keys will be the column labels and the values or the lists will be the data in the data frame. So data is equal to, and in braces, just like a dictionary, we're going to have three different keys: names, ages, and Hogwarts houses. If you're a Harry Potter fan, yay, you'll be relating to this. If you're not, don't worry, we're still going to be creating the data frame the same way. So in names, we're going to be using a list to have some values for the data frame. Then their ages in a separate list, and their houses in another list. Now from this data, we're going to be creating the data frame. So we're going to be using the same exact syntax that we have above, df, which is equal to pd.dataframe, and in parentheses, we're going to have data. And if you print this out, you'll see our data frame, right? Where we have the keys as the column labels and the different lists as the data in a data frame. You'll see on the left side, we have our index. And by default, when you create a data frame and you don't set the index, it starts off with 0 and it increases to 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we can actually change the index, but before changing the index, in the future, you may be using larger data sets, which means you'll have a larger data frame and you won't see the whole data frame in this specific output. So you'll want to know the dimensions, and the way you can use that is by using this method, df.shape, and you'll see the dimensions of the data frame. So to change the index, you have to make sure that it's the same length as your data frame. So it has to have 4 different values. So index labels is equal to, and now you can change the index by df.index is equal to index labels. Now if you print out the data frame, you're going to see that the indexes have changed based off the index labels that you created. Now in the future, you're probably going to be creating data frames from larger data sets or from external data sources such as CSVs, Excel, SQL, and that'll be my next video. So stay tuned for that and I'll catch you in the next one. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye.